to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name is Alexis and I post 2 videos a week on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 7 AM. So if you love recipe videos like this one and you want to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to share with you how to make my delicious butternut squash and chickpea masala curry. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make my delicious masala curry. Now this recipe is really easy to do and this dish is also super cheap as well. I'm going to be using dried chickpeas in this recipe today, and dried chickpeas are a lot cheaper than canned, and I'll show you later in this video how to cook the chickpeas as well. But I'm also going to be stuffing this dish full of vegetables as well. So during the week, my little family and we like to eat vegan or vegetarian food, and this is a delicious dish that is super quick, super cheap and super easy, and we're going to be having it for dinner this evening. And of course, while I was cooking it, I thought I'd share the recipe with you. So here is how to cook my butternut squash and chickpea masala curry. Firstly, I'm going to preheat my oven to 180 degrees. While the oven was preheating, I peeled, sliced and diced my vegetables. So I have here 1 red onion that I've peeled, sliced and diced. I have probably about 200 grams or a small butternut squash that I've peeled, sliced and diced, but I've also removed the seeds from as well. And then I peeled and sliced and diced a carrot, and I have a courgette here as well that I've done the same too. So I'm just going to put these into my baking tray. Now my baking tray is a Pampered Chef stoneware baking tray, and stoneware is really good at absorbing the badness from the food and leaving the goodness. So that's why I don't really need any oil or any greaseproof paper, but if you're using an ordinary baking tray and you want to use greaseproof paper, then please do. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit of olive oil over the top of those vegetables, and I'm just going to toss those together like so, and then I've got to go and grab myself a spoon. Now that my vegetables are covered in the olive oil, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle over my herbs and spices. So I have 1 teaspoon of oregano that I'm just going to sprinkle over like so, and then I also have a teaspoon of mild chili powder as well. So I'm just going to sprinkle over some mild chili powder. And then I've also got some garam masala that I'm going to sprinkle over as well. I love the smell of garam masala, it's really nice. I do love that smell. And then I'm also going to sprinkle over some garlic as well. So just some garlic granules. If you wanted to use garlic cloves, then I'd say probably use 1 to 2 garlic cloves. And then I'm also going to sprinkle over some ground sweet cinnamon as well, probably about ½ teaspoon. And then of course I'm going to add salt and pepper to this as well, so salt and pepper to your taste. So I'm just going to sprinkle over some salt like so, just a couple of pinches. And then I'm also going to sprinkle over some pepper as well. And with the mild chili powder, I know it's a masala, but some people might like it a bit hotter. So you could use medium or hot, but I am serving this to my son today, who doesn't mind spice, but he doesn't like it too spicy. So that's why I'm only using mild. We're still getting him used to spice in this house. So yes, I'm just tossing all of these together now in this baking tray until everything is covered in the herbs and the spices. It's starting to smell really nice already, I have to say. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, or until the vegetables start to go golden brown and crispy on the outside. Yesterday I weighed and measured my chickpeas into a bowl, and then I poured water over the top, and I made sure there was enough to cover the chickpeas and a little bit more. Then I left them to soak in the fridge overnight, and then all I've done this morning is just drain and rinse them over the sink. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour those into my saucepan, and I'm going to add water to these. So I'm going to add enough water to cover them, and then 2 inches above as well, hopefully. So you need a lot of water to cook chickpeas. It's so that they don't all bang together in the pan and bruise each other. They don't like to do that apparently. So yes, and now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to add a teaspoon of baking powder to the water as well. And what the baking powder is going to do is hopefully soften the chickpeas and make them cook slightly quicker as well. So I'm now going to put my heat onto high on my hob, and I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to let these come to the boil, and then I'm going to leave them to simmer for probably a good half an hour. On the packet it says 10 minutes, but I think the packet is slightly wrong. It depends on how old the chickpeas are, is how long it will take them to cook, but also adding the baking powder does help them to soften a lot quicker and cook a lot quicker as well. So I brought the chickpeas to the boil, and now what I've done is I've just simply turned down the heat, and I'm going to leave them to simmer for probably about 20 minutes for the remaining time of the vegetables in the oven, and then I'll check them after 20 minutes. So my veg have been in the oven for a good 40 minutes now, and as you can see they've started to go slightly golden brown around the edges. So that means they're cooked, they're perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out and I'm going to leave them to cool. The chickpeas have cooked and they are lovely and soft, and what I've done is I've turned the heat off already, and I'm going to take these to the sink and drain them through the colander. And while the vegetables are cooling, I'm going to leave these to cool as well. The vegetables have now cooled and they are touchable, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them into my blender, and I'm going to make a sauce out of these vegetables. So I'm going to blend these until they're smooth, and this sauce also could be made in advance of a meal as well. So if you wanted to make this at the weekend and then eat it during the week, then you can always put it in the deep freeze. All of the ingredients are freezable in this dish as well. So I'm also going to add some almond milk to this. In the original recipe, I think I said to use coconut drink or maybe coconut water, but I didn't have any of that today, so I'm actually just going to use almond milk. You could use a milk of your choice if you wanted to though, and I'm going to use about 500 mils. As I said, I'm going to make this meal vegan. Also in the original recipe I think I said to use chicken stock just to top it up, but I don't have any chicken stock either, so if I need anything extra I'm just going to use some extra almond milk in this. So now I'm just going to blend all of these ingredients together. Ingredients have been blended together until they are smooth. I did need to blend this twice however, so just to let you know that sometimes my blender does tend to take a little bit more time to blend everything until it's smooth. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this into a saucepan, and then I have drained and rinsed through once more my cooked chickpeas. And I'm simply just going to add these to the curry sauce, and that is basically the curry done. And it does smell delicious, I have to say, and although it's not warm through, I am going to give the sauce a little try because I just want to check the seasoning. Oh, that's delicious. It's really creamy and smooth, and it's just packed full of flavour as well. So what I'm going to do later on is I'll heat this through, and then I'll cook some quinoa, and we will be having this for our dinner, and I can't wait. almost dinner time and I have just finished cooking my quinoa, and all I'm going to do is just add some chopped coriander to the top of the curry. The coriander is optional, you don't have to add it if you don't like it. So yes, that is my butternut squash and chickpea masala curry done, and as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening, and it smelled and tasted so good. So I'm off to eat this now. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.